was 8 years old, I start to listen to the radio. Not, when I drive with my parents, the radio is in the car. They let me choose the station, and I start to find a rock and roll station. I hear Jerry Lee Lewis playing Robinette High School Hop. I hear Dion sing, "Why must I be a teenager in love?" I hear all kinds of songs, and I hear Chuck Berry playing "Sweet Little Rock and Roller." This was after he played Johnny B. Good. I was too little. I was only 7 years old. Now I was a big boy. I was 8 years old. I could hear this rock and roll music, and I love it very much. In 1964, I decided I want to play guitar because I like the way Chuck Berry plays. And I followed the path of his inspiration back to blues music, and I fell in love with blues music. And I am still in love.
It was a hot night on the bandstand. I prayed for my heart, and nothing came between. My feelings, my guitar, the door was open. Open wide to me.
Just like his music. I just like the way it sounds. I don't think I have an answer. It is, why do you choose the woman you love? That is, there is not always an answer. You have an emotional feeling. That's all. Chuck Berry said, "Oh, I like that." And when I start to play, for somebody that doesn't play guitar may not understand this, but sometimes Chuck Berry plays blues music, but he plays 2 notes at a time, not one. And so I start to do that and see how to play it on the guitar, and then I find, if I only play 1 note, it is the blues scale. Now, why do I love blues music so much when I hear it after hearing rock and roll and Chuck Berry? The answer for that is that we all, Americans, Russians, young, old, different religions, different races, we all have problems in our heart. We all have blues to share. music is medicine for blues the blues. And that is a very sweet thing. That is why I can come to this country, and even if people do not understand the words I am singing, they know the feeling, because we all feel it. Last night when I walk in the audience and I sing and go, I mean, everybody wants to do that back too. We all feel the same thing, even when I bark like a dog. For my friends, and for Muddy Waters, and for all of you. Chicago blues all around. Down to Chicago, Chicago blues all around. One less guitar player. Oh, another blues man has gone down. Help me, my friends. Jeff was hungry this year. He took more than his share. Dad was hungry this year. He took more than his share. Yeah, and it took my spirit too. Oh, and people I didn't have none to spare. come to this country and to meet the soulful people here, but we do this together. I'm so proud that in a world where so many things pull us apart, you are Russian, I am American, this one is black, this one is white. I don't like old people. I don't like young people. That everybody gets together and loves music. And so to play music makes me very happy. I think it is a good profession in a world where most professions is one person tries to eat the other person. One person is the predator, the other person is the prey. That is not it for me. I don't want to be that way. Just like an angel on the day we met. Ever since I kissed you, darling, you know I can't forget your red-hot kisses, your red-hot kisses, your red-hot kisses, darling. But you got such a cold, cold heart. Yeah. You took me for my money, then you bought your clothes and shoes. Now you got another daddy, and I really got the blues over your red-hot kisses, your red-hot kisses, your red-hot kisses, darling. But you got such a cold, cold heart. Stratocaster Slim. We say, he is white, he is not black, he cannot play blues. Okay? Okay, go ahead. If you tell me I can't play it, I said, okay, I can't play it. Happen, and now the world is bigger. We have different ways to hear music. There's not just who you see and where you live, but now we have the internet. Yeah, I can go anywhere, and if I can see YouTube, I can see what Muddy Waters did in the 1950s for movies. I do just what I do. I don't think about music much at all until I pick up a guitar, and then I feel the magic when I touch the guitar. During the rest of the day, I think about other things. One time, when I was maybe 1969, 1970, B.B. King plays, and he plays a very long show, and I'm standing right in front of him, watching it very close. And then he said, "Do we have any musicians in the house? Would anybody like to play? Would anybody like to play my guitar, Lucille?" I said, "I will." And I did. And he was very nice to me, so for jamming with a blues man, I start at the top. B.B. King.
If I had my heart's desire, is it just the devil's choice to dye my hair so fast, so many miles, and so many years go by? It's a ray across my mind and turn my life into a lie.
And then in 1973, when Muddy played in Boston for 5 nights, I went there early on the first night. And the first person I saw was the harmonica player, George Mojo Buford. And he said to me, "Bob, do you have any reefer?" And I did. Yes. And but then he said, oh yeah, nobody ever does that anymore. That is gone. But then he says, oh, Muddy just fired a guitar player last night. Wait here. And Muddy Waters comes out of the dressing room and says, come to my hotel tomorrow, bring a guitar. He knew that if I had a chance to, I would want to do that with him. And so I brought a guitar, and I knew what he would say. He would say, play it. So I play old blues like I played on the radio show with you yesterday. And Muddy Waters started singing. And he said to me, well, I like it, we can do this. And then he called his girlfriend into the room and he said, listen to this boy play my shit. So I did it again, and he sang again, but it was not because he thought I was a great guitar player. It was like a puppy doing a trick. Good boy. But he gave me a chance, and it put me on the road, and it is still the road that I ride today. Young people for the Perkins Foundation, which I am on the board of directors of that, but I also teach workshops in the summer in Clarksdale, Mississippi, where there are blues ghosts everywhere, where Muddy Waters, Robert Johnson, John Lee Hooker, all those people that used to play in that city. Pinetop Perkins now, who is buried there. You can feel all these people there. I also work at Yorma Falcon's Four-Piece Ranch in Ohio, where they teach guitar workshops, and it's mostly people my age that used to play guitar when they were young, and now they have some money, so they spend some time with somebody that whose music that they like, and I teach maybe 7 or 8 people at a time, and work together, and it depends on what they want. I respect the fact that they pay a lot of money to do that, and I try to give them what they want.
Thank you.